not in. It's a joke, we never win. Both sides got their masks on tight. Truth's a ghost in the dead of night. Falling in this dirt you stole. Light for cloud, you've seen it all. In a world that's upside down. The beautiful don't survive.
Well, move over Rachel Zegler. Apparently, Anthony Mackie has decided to step in it for her. There you go, Disney, your latest, I guess, squeaky wheel that will be costing you money is Anthony Mackie. As if Captain America did not have the new Brave New World movie did not have enough hurdles considering and I really liked Falcon, but he doesn't have, like, the super serum, so how is he Captain America? I liked him as the Falcon. I am not, a certified uber nerd, nor am I deeply engaged in the Marvel, universe, but I know enough about nerdism to know that that really doesn't make any sense. If he went up against the Hulk, he would be, a Falcon patty, really. I mean, Captain America Brave New World star Anthony Mackie says the Star Spangled Avenger, quote, represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term America should be one of those representations. So we're just going to call him Captain Planet. Oh my God. It's the Captain Planet remake that I didn't think was happening. Disney. This was an M. Night Shyamalan twist I wasn't expecting. Captain Planet, here we go. In kicking off Captain America Brave New World, the press tour, with a bit of controversy, the star Anthony Mackie believes that the titular Marvel character represents a lot of things. He shouldn't just stand for the idea of America itself. Considering his entire story was kind of built on patriotism, I think you're gonna have a hard time kind of extracting that. I mean, Captain America is essentially the story of a man who felt weak, but had a strong spirit, wanted to be a patriot, wanted to go fight with his fellow Americans, even though he knew he was probably going to get pounded into dust. The the American spirit of fighting for home, the reason, Steve Rogers was picked was because he fell on a grenade in the movie. I mean, not real life, but he fell on a grenade to save his fellow soldiers with no thought of himself. Yes, that cannot, typically be labeled American, but don't you wanna have good positive things that are related to your country? I don't get this, bad mouthing the country that you're from. I don't care if you're from, America or anywhere else. Having, I think, a certain level of pride from where you come from is not terrible. And I I don't know if this was maybe an off moment, but this does seem like a classic step in it moment. And you think people didn't weren't excited about this movie right now? People are getting tired of being preached to. And I thought that maybe Captain America Brave New World would be better, or at least they would have learned the lessons they have learned when Rachel Zegler has essentially turned Snow White into an albatross around Disney's, neck. The next actor to wield the shield offered his opinion regarding the thematic core of the Star Spangled Avengers character while speaking to attendees of a Brave New World press conference. At as it was hosted at the Hotel de la Vigne in Rome, Italy on January 27th. Yeah, I can tell you a lot of people are going to be pissed off that you are in a foreign country basically bad-mouthing America. We are really Americans, people in the Midwest, people that, Hollywood generally looks down to, we're getting really tired of being told how much we suck out loud. Look, we already have parents, we get it. We already know that maybe we haven't achieved the greatest thing. But doggone it, would it be so bad to be proud of something? Yes, America hasn't always lived up to its ideals, but we have ideals and we strive towards them. Every generation has gotten, more freedom or more understanding. Yes, we've had dark stains and we should absolutely not hide those. We should be transparent. We should show where we've fallen short of, our ideals of what we thought about, where times have changed and people don't believe that anymore. It really is nauseating that, again, you are an adult pretender, Anthony Mackie. I appreciate the skill of being able to pretend to being a flying superhero, but how about you don't tell those of us who feel like the American values that Steve Rogers presented of selflessness, of protection of home, of, being a honorable and good person are things that we should link to America. We should strive to have honor, to have integrity, to have all of these things represent our country. What is Steve Rogers? I guess he's Captain Planet now. Per a video of his response shared to Instagram by Italian entertainment news website, The Redhead Diaries, ostensibly asked as to what the flag clad hero represents to him, the actor opined, "For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things. I don't think the term, America could be one of those or should be one of those representations. It's about a man that keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity," he explained, "someone who is trustworthy and dependable. Don't you want that to be linked to your country?" I get that he's saying that, just because you're born in America doesn't mean you're imbued with these like magical, moral ideals within you. But a good and, functional society would instill these in you. They go hand in hand. You can't have Captain America without America. I don't know where he's going with this, and it is incredibly disrespectful. I mean, again, I find it to be maybe a hot take that he should have really thought through, because I agree with him that honor, dignity, integrity, trustworthiness, dependability are all qualities that Steve Rogers does show. And I am happy that those should be core integral, values of America. I ugh. Unfortunately for those, curious to his thinking, rather than expounding on his critique, Mackie then completely changed gears to offer up a non sequitur reflection about his upcoming appearance as the second MCU, uh, Captain America was, quote, "kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true," end quote. "All of us actors, I believe, want to get back to that day before someone told you no," said the actor, his attentions now fully diverted from the initial question. "When you look out of your door and you see a 5-year-old kid with a stick and he's slaying dragons to save a princess in a tower, that kid really believes there's a dragon out there. That stick is really a sword, and he's really trying to save that princess. And then one day, someone told them, no, there's no dragons. That's not a sword, and the princess is not there. And all of his little dreams were dashed. So I think as an actor, our job is to get back to the day where we see the dragon, to slay the dragon, to save the princess. And that's the kind of movie that this was to me. And he does make a really good point. We do, at some point, tell our kids there is a fantasy world and a reality. And, sometimes you can play around in both, but generally you have to be one or the other. And there are appropriate times to kind of play pretend. Now, if you're Mo, I just play pretend all the time. Like pretend I'm human and functional. This was not the first time that Mackie has critiqued the America aspect of Sam Wilson's new eponymous mantle, recalling his time filming Falcon and the Winter Soldier during 2021. In an interview with Vanity Fair, Adam B. Very, Mackie asserted, quote, "I worked so long in this business and I've done so many things that I felt were not appreciated or overlooked or things were not considered to be worthy of promotion. And this is like my first promotion. The idea of being Captain America was something I never fathom, or because it was so far-fetched," he said. "I wanted to be in comic book movies so I could be the guy in Spider-Man that goes, 'It's Spider-Man!' That was as far as my ambition would take me in that universe." The fear of representing a country who doesn't represent you, was something that's not only unfathomable, but hard to overcome. What part of America doesn't represent you? Because if there is a law that is dedicated only to people that have a different skin color, you show me about it, and I will be there marching with you because absolutely no one should be judged on their outside cover. But if you can't show me actual data, I I feel like this is a nebulous cry-bully thing. And yeah, I don't have lived experience in that, and I'm sure I'm gonna hear it in the comments that, I can't possibly understand. Well, fine. Explain it to me and show me where systematic abuse is taking place, not, different variable factorial issues that would maybe show a different reason other than amorphous, istophobia as a reason that you don't feel represented. I need, to know more. But I am so doggone tired, and a lot of America is, Mr. Mackey, of adult pretenders whining from their mansions about, microaggressions. We really are getting quite tired of it. My dad used to say greatness is as far as you can see it. There are limitations that we place on ourselves because of our surroundings. And, I did that to myself. And that's definitely what Sam Wilson goes through. Now, Falcon and the Winter Soldier was not a very well received Disney Plus, series. It takes place during or right after the blip, and basically Captain America or Sam Wilson is fighting against Terrys who are upset that, during the blip, they got to take everyone's stuff that got lost, got blipped out. Well, people are coming back, so they have to get their homes back. Like, you can't squat. These people exist now. So they were fighting for the people that basically stole everyone who was gone stuff. It was, to say it was morally ambiguous as to who was the bad guy and preachy is, well, an understatement. It should be noted that despite Mackey's apparent implication that Captain America is an enforcer or defender of a given political administration or ideology, the origin of Marvel Comics have long held that the hero, or at least Steve Rogers, that incarnation of him, instead stands for basic ideas of freedom that exist at the base of America's identity. For example, when seeking answers from higher ups in the military as to the identity of a murderous psychopath known as Nuke in the Frank Miller penned Daredevil Volume 1, number 233, the top brass attempt to dissuade him by digging any further by praising his commitment and loyalty, only for Rogers to firmly fire back, I'm loyal to nothing, General, except the dream, before continuing on in his investigation. Likewise, in What If Volume 1, Number 44, writer Peter Gills explores an alternate timeline where Captain America was not revived in the 1960s, but the 80s. Upon doing so, discovering that the man was currently wearing his mantle, William Burnside, was using it to help install an oppressive far right regime across the United States. Now, eventually bringing Burnside's reign of terror to an end with the help of Spider Man and members of the Black Panthers during a public political rally. Rogers convinces the confused public of his identity by explaining the true meaning of the shield. Listen to me, begins the hero. All of you out there, you are told by this man, your hero, that America is the greatest country in the world. He told you that Americans were the greatest people, that America would be refined like silver, could have impurities hammered out of it, shine more brightly. He went on about how precious America was, how you need to make sure it remained great. He told you anything was justified to preserve that great treasure. What a pearl of a great price that is America. Oh, good lord. So they put this crap in comic books. I can see why comic books are on the decline because my Sailor Moon MAGA has none of this in there. I have no political stories. Hollywood, your job is to allow us to escape our world. We go in expecting, maybe Lancelot and King Arthur or a thrilling political game of cat and mouse between, a government and a single citizen. We go to the movies, we go to you Hollywood, we go to you comic book writers to try to get away from our world. Our world sucks the one sometimes, and we go to you to get relief from that, not to be preached at. And Mr. Mackey, you were given the mantle of Captain America. I don't know how you divorce that from America, and I think we're a pretty good country. I think, constantly striving for our ideals and admitting when we stumble. We're a pretty good country all in all. And I would hope that the selflessness, the heroism, the protectiveness, the, honor and commitment to morality would be something that America would strive to achieve. But you just someone needs to get a publicist to be right next to them. They need a guardian ad taucum. Disney, I don't know how you're gonna put this genie back in the bottle, but I foresee that Captain America: Brave New World is going to crash and burn, at least in my non-licensed, non-professional opinion. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit longer and I went ranty, but it's getting a whole lot old, and, Hollywood, those of us who buy tickets to your movie pay your salary, so maybe think about, making things that make us want to go to a movie instead of shoving in the message and your political crap all the time. Thank you so much. This has been Mo with Anthony Mackie and I guess Captain Planet. I'll see you later. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, but carry a can of bitch fire because kindness doesn't equal doormat. Bye, you guys.